Can you tell me what your definition of addiction is?
I think addiction is either when you're like your mind is stuck on something, like you can't move past it, or it's like physically like your body is so used to like either taking it in or being subjected to it that you can't stand the idea of going without it, or when you try your body goes in like your withdrawal or like emotional withdrawal.
Have you known anybody or like experienced anything with people who are addicted to anything as small as like video games or internet?
I think I had a cousin that was like an anger, like he was addicted to like outlet, like his outlet was anger. So he was like he addicted to like enraging on other people. So it was really hard dealing with somebody that like that was the only way that they could like output their emotions was through that.
What do you think the roots to addiction are?
I think it's either I think there's like there's two of them. I think it's either one of them is when like for fun, like when somebody like gives you like something like a drink or smoking or something, and you do it because other people are around and you enjoy it, or because you just want to do it because other people are doing it. And then there's also like when people are like going through like an emotional hardship or something. Louder.
Yeah, talk
When
louder.
like an emotional hardship, they that's how they could like they deal with that. Like when people like a lot of people like they like cutters or something. It's like an emotional response to when like you're dealing with something, and that's how you deal with that's how you cope with that. Like you're addicted to doing that. That's your only outlet.
How do you think people get over addictions?
Getting over addictions is really hard because that's like it's more than like a physical thing. It's like a mindset. So it takes a lot of like help from other people, like usually people that have been through it or dealt with it, because they know what they can figure out why you're doing that, and then they can figure out another outlet for it and a way to get around that and find a more healthy way to deal with it.
Do you believe that when you start a new lifestyle, say someone's like giving up drugs or whatever, they have to give up all their old friends and find more?
I think it depends on the friends. 'Cause some of the friends are probably addicted just like them. And by moving out of an addiction, if you stay near some people, you might be able to help them move past an addiction. But you have to be really careful because if you're around people like that, you're more likely to go into like withdrawals and like go back into that habit. So it's good to like keep new friends around that are that are like good influences, but that doesn't mean you cut off all ties to people that had the addiction.
If you had a friend that was experimenting with drugs, what would you tell them?
I'd probably tell them like it's really bad and it's gonna have horrible effects not only like on their body but on their like their society like it's like they're gonna damage their relationships and they're not gonna know how to deal with things and it's more likely gonna like sabotage their future.
Would you still be there for them? Like be
I
there for
would,
them?
but it's a lot harder to be around for somebody when they're addicted to something because you know especially when you know that it's wrong because one thing you don't want to be around that because it's bad because you could get addicted to it and then another thing is like you know that they're not acting the same way when they're addicted and like if they're using that as an emotional outlet they're probably not as open with you as you want them to be so.
Do you think that you have the type of personality that could be addicted to anything?
I I don't know. That's like hard to describe because when I look at addictions, like I'm really like appalled. Like when I see people like on high school that are drinking and stuff. Like I don't get that because there's really no point to it, and it's so bad for you that I don't understand how somebody could do something so blatantly bad for yourself. Like if I took a shotgun and shot myself for fun, like I know it's gonna be bad. But why would I do it anyway?
Sorry.
And then like the drug thing, like some people do it because like they tested it once or like a friend had them try it and then they got addicted to it. I think that if you're like if you were first of all you shouldn't be willing to try stuff because it's not going to end well. Secondly, like if you do get addicted to stuff, I think if you have the right friends around, like I think I have like the right group of friends around that if that ever happened to me, I think they'd be able to like to tell me what's happening and I'd be able to like they'd be able to help me through it. Whereas if, like a lot of people like when they get addicted to stuff, they're around people that are also addicted to it, so there's no way they're gonna like people are gonna say anything about it. So like, well, it's like hard to find out if I have the right personality. I think I'm in the right situation.
Do you think there's any chance you are addicted to something, even as mundane as like, a s I don't know, like video games? Like I said, a lot of people are addicted to video games and don't know it, or the internet, or TV, or small things like that, or food.
I think that's for fun. I think if I had to if I was addicted to anything, it'd probably be like my appearance, because I'm really like caught up in like how I look
Yeah.
and like I think well as long like when people like always fixing their hair or like always like being really careful with their clothes and when they're really like I don't go out in public with my glasses on or I don't go out in public without being like dressed and like showered and neat and everything because like I don't know I think that could be an addiction like it's like a way of presenting myself. But I think it's like that if it was an addiction, it'd probably be caused by like past events in like your life, like being led up to it. So I guess I could call it an addiction in a way, but I don't think it's the kind of addiction that's gonna like harm me because I'm not like tagging people for like acne products or something. I'm not crazy like that. So like yeah.
Think that's something you could get over, or like just like start not caring?
Probably not. I'm pretty superficial. I'm pretty caught up in looks.
I know, Robert.
It'd be really hard to all of a sudden look in the mirror and not care that my hair was all messed up and that I looked all oily and like crap.
You don't do anything like cut or drink or smoke or anything. How do you cope with anger or frustration?
I think part of it's my religion. I'm a Christian and I have really strong faith. So when I get into those situations, like I'll call my other like Christian friends or I'll just like pray about it. And then part of it is probably like I'm really into theater. So like music and performing and stuff. Like a lot of it's like when you're able to like display your emotions through other things, especially music. It's like it makes it a lot easier to cope with it. Especially when like so many songs, like you can always find one to match how you're feeling. So I think between like my religion and my passion, my like theater, like it really helps me like cope with everything because everybody has a lot of hardships in their life, so it's not like anybody's exempt from that. So when you find the thing that like you really like feel like it'll really get you through like the situation.
Okay, so anything else you'd like to add on into the end about anything about addiction that you'd like to say?
Okay, I think, like I said, that it's important to have the right people around you, because if you do, then they're gonna help. They're gonna make you want to make the right decisions. And if for some reason like either there's an emotional like response or something, like you end up making the wrong choice, if you have the right people around you, they're gonna tell you and help lead you through it. I know like this. In my life, there's been plenty of opportunities where I could have totally done something stupid. Like I could be like caught up on like revenge or anything. Like everybody's capable of that. But if you're in the right situation or you have the right people around you, you're gonna avoid it. And I think that's one of the reasons that when I look at like people that like smoke and people that drink and stuff, like I don't like I find it disgusting because like I've like grown up around so many people and I've realized like how bad it is, like not just for you, like for your body, but how it affects other people. So there's like people have to think more than just themselves and think about